I'm already there, live. So jump off of here and go to that one because that's my streaming room. There we are. Ah. How the fuck did it go down to 1,927? It's subtracting now? Okay, riddle me this, guys. How the fuck are my watch hours going down now? It's 1,927 watch hours, as opposed to 1,930, which it was yesterday. And YouTube needs to just stifle. Ooh, Doom Doodler!
1980, the casino floor of the MGM Grand Hotel.
Yay!
MGM Grand fire. On November 21st,
I gotta watch this. I always tune into
the
this.
floor of the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino on the Las Vegas Strip was nearly empty just after 7 in the morning. The MGM Grand was the largest hotel in the world at the time, the 26-story tower, and roughly 5,000 guests were still asleep in the rooms stacked high above the casino. Inside a first-floor restaurant called The Deli, a fire was already burning. It had begun in a refrigerated pastry display case, sparked by a short circuit in improperly installed electrical wiring, and it had been smoldering inside the walls for hours before anyone saw flames. When the fire finally broke into the open, it found a casino full of fuel, plastic, glue, wallpaper, and decorative finishes that burned hot and fast. From the moment the fire was noticed, it took only about 6 minutes for the entire casino floor to be engulfed. Witnesses described a fireball rolling across the casino faster than a person could run, blowing out the front of the building in a wall of flame and glass. But the fire itself was not the real killer. Thick black smoke poured upward through unsealed elevator shafts, stairwells, and air conditioning ducts, climbing floor by floor into the guest tower, where thousands of people were waking to find the hallways filling with poison. Most of the 85 people who died never escaped their floors. They were overcome by smoke inhalation and carbon monoxide, not flames. Many of them trapped in their rooms and stairwells far above the burning casino. Down on the strip, Clark
See, I'm
County and
fascinated
Las
with
Vegas
death.
firefighters fought the blaze while military and police helicopters, including crews from Nellis Air Force Base, descended on the roof to lift hundreds of trapped guests to safety. By the time it was over, 85 people were dead and roughly 700 more were injured. Investigators traced the fire to the electrical fault and documented a damning list of code violations. No sprinklers in the casino, missing smoke dampers, and shafts so poorly sealed they acted like chimneys, drawing the smoke straight up into the tower. The disaster forced Nevada to rewrite its fire code, mandating sprinklers and alarms in buildings across the state, and the MGM Grand reopened in July of 1981, fully sprinklered. To this day, it remains the deadliest disaster in Nevada history, and the third deadliest hotel fire in modern American history. City Center Crane Oiler. On May 31st, 2008, on the City Center construction site beside the rising Mandarin Oriental Tower on the Las Vegas Strip, crews were racing to finish the largest privately funded construction project in American history. Dustin Tarter, 39, of Henderson, Nevada, was a crane oiler, the worker whose job is to keep a crane's moving parts greased and running. That day, a crew was using a mobile crane to spread and organize heavy pieces of steel outside the tower, and Tartar moved in close to oil the crane's tracks. He was working low to the ground, right next to the machine, when the operator rotated the crane. The counterweight system swung around and dropped, catching Tartar between the counterweight and the crane's own track, and crushing him. He was the sixth worker to die on the city center project. Co-workers and site responders rushed to him at the scene, but there was nothing they could do. Nevada OSHA investigated and found that the crane operators from Dielco Crane Service had never been told they were supposed to sound a horn before swinging the crane, a single warning signal that could have given Tartar the seconds he needed to get clear. The agency fined the company $12,000. His death became a breaking point on the project.
It's
Thousands of
talking
city
about
workers walked
how
off the
people
job
die.
in a one-day protest over the relentless pace they were being pushed to
There's a
build
channel
at.
called the
And
Doom
Tartar's family
Doodler,
later sued MGM Mirage and the
and
contractors
this
over his
is
death.
the
He had been the
worst
sixth man to
death in
die building a
Vegas.
single complex, and the workers had finally had enough. Valley of Fire Prospect Trail. On July 22, 2023, in Valley of Fire State Park, northeast of Las Vegas, the temperature was climbing toward 118 degrees, and the exposed red sandstone radiated even more heat back into
Damn,
the
I'm
air.
hungry.
Jessica Rhodes, 34, of Las Vegas, set out that day to hike the park's 4.6-mile Prospect Trail with her companion, Diana Matenzo Rivera, 29. The trail cuts through open, shadeless desert, with almost nowhere to hide from the sun. As the afternoon wore on and the heat kept building, the two hikers ran out of water. In 118-degree heat, with no shade and no way to cool down, the human body has very little time. Both women were overcome on the trail. They collapsed and died in the open desert before anyone could reach them. Park rangers found both women dead in the park that Saturday, and the Clark County Coroner's Office later identified them. Officials concluded the hikers had simply run out of water in extreme heat, and their deaths were attributed to the brutal conditions on the Prospect Trail. Two friends went out for an afternoon hike, and the desert gave them no second chance. Hard Rock Hotel railing. In the evening at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino on Paradise Road in Las Vegas, around 7 o'clock, guests near an upper floor walkway heard a sudden commotion. Jim Herman, 38, was a restaurant managing director from Eagle, Colorado, a 15-year resident of the area who was in town on vacation. Up on the 9th floor, Herman climbed up onto a balcony railing. For a moment, he was balanced there, 9 floors above the ground. Then, he lost his balance. He fell all 9 stories. He was rushed to Sunrise Hospital and Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead at about 7:35 that evening. Las Vegas police at first suspected the fall might have been intentional, but detectives investigated and determined it was an accident. Herman had climbed onto the railing and simply lost his balance. A single misstep at the edge of a 9th floor walkway that cost him his life. City Center elevator counterweight. On August 9, 2007, on the City Center construction site on the Las Vegas Strip, work pushed around the clock on a 60-story hotel tower as the multi-billion-dollar complex slowly took shape. Harvey Englander, 65, of Las Vegas, was a veteran operating engineer for the contractor, Perini Building Company. He had already decided that City Center would be his last job, and had told his wife he planned to keep working only until she retired. That day, Englander leaned over into a hoist shaft to grease the elevator lift on the tower. It was routine maintenance, the kind of task he had done countless times across a long career. But as he worked, the adjoining lift began traveling up the shaft to pick up a load of workers, and its counterweight came down the other side. The counterweight system struck and severed his body, killing him inside the shaft. Site crews and responders reached him at the scene. Nevada OSHA found that Perini had violated 6 safety laws in connection with the death, though those findings were later withdrawn, and Englander's death became one in a string of city center fatalities that drew hard public scrutiny to construction safety up and down the Strip. A man who had decided he was almost finished working never made it off the tower. Mandalay Bay Flood Channel. In July of 2016, heavy storms swept across the Las Vegas Valley, and floodwater surged through the network of concrete washes that runs beneath the city and the Strip. One of those channels ran near Mandalay Bay Road and Giles Street, just behind the Mandalay Bay Resort. Sharon Nomura,
Hey Harold,
55,
I'm just
of
watching
Las Vegas,
the
had been
Doom
living inside
Doodler.
that flood channel, and she was there with a companion when the water began to rise. Las Vegas storm drains can go from bone dry to a violent torrent in a matter of minutes, and that is exactly what happened. As the flash flood tore through the channel, the pair tried to climb out and escape the rushing water. Debris came down with the flood, and a shopping cart swept over Nomura, pinning her
Damn,
against the
shopping
force of the
cart?
current. She was pulled under and drowned. Her companion managed to survive. Her body was recovered from the wash, and the Clark County Coroner's Office ruled the cause of death drowning. Officials confirmed that Nomura's was a flood-related death, the first flooding fatality in southern Nevada in 4 years, and one of a cluster
Panel?
of bodies found in the valley's washes that month. For the people who live in the storm
I don't know
drains
what
beneath
that
Las
means,
Vegas,
but
every
I'll
rainstorm carries the same
see after
deadly
this.
risk: Cosmopolitan guardrail collapse. On January 14, 2008, on the Cosmopolitan construction site on the Las Vegas Strip, crews were raising yet another high-rise into the boom-era skyline. Michael Taylor, 58, was a safety engineer for the contractor, Perini Building Company. His entire job was watching out for everyone else on the site, spotting the hazards before they could hurt anyone. That day, Taylor was working at height near a guardrail system meant to keep workers from going over the edge. As he worked, a corner iron post that helped hold up the guardrail gave way beneath him. The support pieces, called kickers, the braces welded on to keep the post standing upright, had been removed by a steel subcontractor to install a beam, and they had never been put back. Investigators believe Taylor fell 5 floors to his death when the guardrail support collapsed. Site crews and responders reached him at the scene. Nevada OSHA found that the subcontractor, Reliable Steel, had not replaced the support pieces and had not properly welded the posts, and issued 4 citations totaling $2,850. The man...
It's over. It's 11 minutes and it's already 10 minutes in.
hired to keep the site safe was killed by a safety barrier that had been quietly stripped of its support. Strip iron worker fall. In October of 2007, on a high-rise construction site on the Las Vegas Strip, the building boom was at its peak, and iron workers were climbing the steel frames day after day to raise the new towers. Harold Billingsley, 46, of Las Vegas, was an iron worker, one of the tradesmen who walked the bare steel high above the ground to bolt the skeleton of a skyscraper together. That day, as Billingsley moved through the structure, he struck his head on a beam. The blow knocked him off balance. He fell 55 feet to the ground below. The fall killed him. Another worker lost on the strip during the same stretch of frantic construction that was claiming lives at City Center and the Cosmopolitan. His death was one more entry in a grim run of fatalities that turned the Las Vegas building boom into a documented safety
A lot of people falling off
worker
things.
after worker died chasing the deadlines on the towers that now define the skyline. Las Vegas Athletic Club pool. On February 4th, 2024, at the Las Vegas Athletic Club on North Decatur Boulevard in Las Vegas, swimmers shared a lap pool that had no lifeguard on duty. Letitia Triplett, 58, was a 24-year United States Air Force veteran, and she got into the pool that day to swim laps. Almost from the start, the surveillance video showed her struggling, gripping the side of the pool and kicking her legs as she tried to make it across the water. She fought to stay up for several minutes. Then she slipped under. She floated motionless and face down in the pool for about 10 minutes. During that time, several people in the area looked directly at her in the water, but no one stepped in to help her, and she drowned. It was only when a swimmer in an adjacent pool finally noticed her that anyone reacted, and another member pulled her from the water, around 20 minutes after she had first gotten in. The Southern Nevada Health District later revoked the club's waiver that had allowed it to monitor the pool with cameras instead of a trained lifeguard, citing Triplett's death as a major factor in the decision, and her family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the gym. An Air Force veteran drowned in a public lap pool in plain view while other swimmers looked on. If you want more stories like this, subscribe and let me know what to cover next in the comments.
Well, I'm going to be making some hobo chip type dish. I'll be right back. Thank you. It's one of many, many, many fancy clothes I have. Other than the fact that I'm going to be eating good later on today, I'm just making something simple with a little bit of mustard, a little bit of sugar, and some ramen. See, ramen can be eaten raw, and I like to garnish mine a little bit, give it some flavor. Well, it's just solidified. What's that? Oh. Huh. should probably mix the sauce up first. Because now the flavor's going to be undistributed as hell, but I'm just getting something in my stomach because it's on empty. I call these the Hobo Chips Deluxe. Well, I'm a side. I don't like anal sex. I ain't bad. Now I'm going to mute. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to watch an episode of Frasier, and that's copyright. So you're not going to be able to hear me, but you can see me. I will communicate by watching my live stream on this phone and chat with messages. That way I can watch TV and YouTube won't have a hissy fit. Now this one's gonna talk about an install. Well, I'll fix that. Now where the hell? Because I don't want this to go and shut itself down. Crazy, I could do it on the other phone, but I didn't. Hmm. Ah, hell. I'm just gonna go on YouTube and I'll let you know if it does a system update. I'll just show it to you. There, now I can mute myself. Yo, I have 293 people watching me. This is never. Okay, I just scared the shit out of myself. Holy fuck, this ain't never happened before. Yeah, I'm watching Frasier right now, and because of copyright issues, I am muting myself and communicating via uh text. See, there it is. I have never had this many people. Something. So I guess I'm on YouTube's algorithm now or something. YouTube's finally taking a liking to me. I have never had 291 people. I've never had over 50 people watching me, let alone 291. What the? Oh my god. Well, since I have 291 people watching me, I might as well show everybody my animatronic collection. Yeah. And that is an animatronic that I made of myself out of Uncle Sam. Now this ain't never happened before. And leave it to. But well, fuck it. I'm gonna show off my dance moves too. Might as well. Maybe get a contract deal or something. Maybe this is my opportunity right now to show off some dancing. The Golden Girl was anointed saints of Miami. The card attached says thank you for being a homie. Dorothy's pissed off, she's so fucking annoyed. She's irritated like a dirty fucking hemorrhoid. When it's one tonight, she got tip on her mind. Sophia kept in line with Precious Shady. Ruben's writing scripture of the sail of winter. And we, the faithful, we all remember. I am the Golden Queen, the Golden Girl on repetition, Golden Queen. Like Memphis Luger, my addiction, Golden Queen. All the things on my television, Golden Queen. Crystal music revelation. Don't Rookie sarcastic, rudely, loudly. Blanche gets fucked, lightly, proudly. Rose is super dumb, how does she survive? Sophia's fucking blunt, crossing the line. And the laugh track said amen, as the lesson landed clearly. The girls were spoken truth, and we all prayed sincerely. And the golden queen, golden girls on repetition, golden queen. Like that sugar, my addiction, golden queen. Oh, the singles on my television, golden queen. Some cheesecake revelation.
Book of Blanche, slut and emerald. Book of Rose, brain surrendered. Book of Dorothy, tall and manly. Book of Sophia, unholy gypsy. Lunar sacrifice at end of day. Turn it on the TV and thus hit play. We highway junkies, that's a proclamation. Every episode will lead you to salvation.
I am the golden queen. He never got a man, golden queen. Getting built by Stan, golden queen. On satin streets, sucking dick each day of the week. I don't know what or who nor why. That bitch you won, lots your eye. And you said Fisher is Sicily. Every line is like scripture to me. Well, you know what? We'll do another one. Up in the animatronic room. Because this has never fucking happened before. But I'm pulling out all the stops tonight. I'm gonna leave this up too. So no copyright music in here. Welcome to my animatronic layer.
Animatronic lunatic. Lunatic animatronic. Animatronic lunatic. Lunatic animatronic. Animatronic lunatic. Lunatic animatronic. Well, now don't you tell him he's fine. Spinning in the hall like he's out his mind. Sees eyes in the vents, hears voices on the side. Maybe it's because he ain't slept in a while. Sweet profile. Every chicken circle we get here for a mile. From the couch to the door to the bathroom tile. It's a lollipop milkshake taste test try. If you mess with him, he'll go hostile. Says the bots keep notes in a classified file. Keep the week, spin a mile. Dance and choose somehow, but don't turn that dial. If you got your meth, you're in denial. Beetlejuice blinking with a crooked smile. Go ahead, say it's a weird lifestyle. He'll shut it down for the streaming exile. Animatronic, lunatic, lunatic, animatronic. Animatronic, lunatic, lunatic, animatronic. Maleficent posted by the breaker box. Ride a Frankenstein TikTok like a clock. Step in the room, hear the pistons knock. Every clank a head turn sounds loaded and locked. Gotta keep it running full steam. Moving sugar in his brain and his bloodstream. Too wired to relax, too gonna be clean. Says the dolls want him dead, running the scheme. Keeps notes in code, never writes in street. Where they shift positions when he checks too late. Won't turn his back, won't hesitate. Says the eyes follow, recalibrate. Just a clanker, some call it obscene. Everybody's got a kink that goes unseen. Like another clanker and more than the team. Animatronic lunatic, animatronic lunatic, lunatic animatronic. Animatronic lunatic, lunatic animatronic. Animatronic lunatic, lunatic animatronic. Animatronic lunatic, lunatic animatronic. He's unemployed, spirit Halloween stress.
Nobody don't feel obsessed.
Animatronic staring like it's a threat. Turn his aim brigade past the polygraph test. He's known to do the hookup app sweep. Also known for the 4 a.m. creep. Talking animatronics can get real deep. Blinking you miss it, no need to sleep. Taking names and numbers, set it evidence. He planning out an intense defense. No job, no discount, no second chance. A seasonal refugee in a mental trance. If you try to troll,
You get blocked.
you leave your account
outline
outline
and
and chalk. Clankers stop buzzing when the gears all stop. Wake up naked with a horror show prop. Lunatic, lunatic, animatronic. Animatronic, lunatic, lunatic, animatronic. Animatronic, lunatic, lunatic, animatronic. Animatronic, lunatic, lunatic, animatronic. Ooh! Buy another clanker, buy another clanker. Buy another clanker, buy another clanker. Buy another clanker, buy another clanker. Buy another clanker.
This is crazy. Well, go to some other non-copyright material. I guess keep this going. See where that is. Where was I? Oh hell. I guess I'll go into my files. If I can find them. Got so much things on both phones, it's ridiculous. Not there. It's like they disappeared. No, I will do it the old school way. This is for radar. Going down.
Down the avenue,
threw me out on a Tuesday night. Bible in one hand, suitcase in the other. Love the sinner, hate the sin they cry, then slam the door on their only son. I slept in alleys, I begged for change, fought the cold and the cops and the shame. But every dawn I heard her meow in my brain. Sophie, keep pushing through the pain. They swore if I got 4 walls and a key, I could take my girl and finally be free. I clawed my way up, found this Roach Motel, signed the lease with shaking hands and a prayer from hell. But they lied. Kept my Sophie just to watch me bleed. Tangle her picture, say she's better off without me. They weaponize love like a guillotine. But I won't break, I'm still here fighting dirty for my queen. So I dance through strangers, skin on skin, every touch the middle finger to them. Days never remember, nights I won't forget. Trying to fill the holy cause when they left. They called my boss, they spread the lies, froze my accounts, prayed I'd die. But I kept the lights on, kept the rent paid, kept my head up high while the knives were laid.
You'll crawl back, you'll burn.
That cat's not yours,
She never was.
I hear you,
But I don't care.
you can
Take my blood,
you can take my name, but you can't
kill the fire in this heart of flame.
Every
And
man
I kiss is another brick I lay.
building walls you'll never break, come what may. Sophie waits behind your locked up door, counting days like I do, pacing the floor. I feel her whispers, I hear her purr. In every lonely night she's still with her. One day
I'll win.
I'll walk through your door and I'll take what's mine. Sophie in my arms, purring in the sunshine. Keep your twisted pride. I'm the son you threw away, who learned how to fly. I'll forgive or I won't, but I'll never forget. Every scar you gave me made me stronger yet. Till that morning comes, I'll live loud and free. For every boy they hated, and for
Sophie.
hang on, little light, Daddy's coming home. One day, we'll both be home. Lights fade to a single warm spotlight. On the photo chase kisses, it gently black out. Stories chase, serpent black. The serpent black. Born in the show me state, out there pimping in the neighborhood. Chase, go through men like your mama doing Marlboro. No regrets, he's staying high demand, and these fellas wanna stay. They got diabetes, he's so sweet. He's sweet, they all on their phones,
When I bring them home, you want out, you can go get the fuck out the door. They all on their phones. When I bring them home, you want out, you can go get the fuck out the door. And these fellas wanna say they got diabetes. He's so sweet. Sweet shade. Sweet shade. They all on their phones. When I bring them home, you want out, you can go get the fuck out the door. They all on their phones. When I bring them home, you want out, you can go get the fuck out the door. Sweet shade. Sweet shade. Thank you. Now, back to Frasier. Oh. Well, this is rather interesting. I can't believe I got like 293 people watching me. So shocked right now. Still wearing one of my animatronics hats. It's crazy. But, turn the light back on. I gotta put this back on myself. And by myself, I mean the animatronic me, not the real me. Yeah. I made an animatronic of myself. Man, I have a feeling this stream is gonna do something to change my life. I don't know why, but I feel like all these people watching me that just saw me dancing, I feel like something's gonna happen. Life changing with this. I hope. And I pulled out all the stops that YouTube would allow just now. Oh my god. This is grinding. I have 457 likes, 292 views. This is absolutely insane. I've never had this many people watching me before. Maybe when I was at the Universal Circus and they pulled me up for the Soul Train dance number where they had everybody dancing. They pulled them up on stage and danced. Oh, and then maybe when I was watching the live taping of Mom, the Upshaws, and Last Man Standing, if they have a 300-person studio audience, because I danced there when I was watching live tapings. And yes, Anna Faris was there, Allison Janney, Tim Allen, Nancy Travis. I danced for all of them. Wanda Sykes, yeah. Oh, and then Pride. When I went into the parade, was dressed up as Blanche from the Golden Girls. Ferndale Day, when I used to jump in the parade there, dressed up as Michael Jackson. Those are the only times I've ever had an audience this large, but never on a live stream. And I've been doing YouTube videos since 2008. This is the most people I've ever seen on my live stream watching. Man, I'm blown away. Like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? How did I get so many likes and views and shit? You know, I'm just a normal human being. Although I appreciate this very much. I mean, this is like a milestone moment for me. Almost historic. And something's just, I must have dropped in YouTube's algorithm or something. I'm gonna. I gotta take a picture of this. Just wow. Two, 202 people watching. It's crazy. Anyway, well, now it's going down. Way down. Um, well, here's a motivational story for you. A story that I would love to share. As these views are now going down. No. Um, that was absolutely insane. I know damn right well my watch hours are going to be skyrocketing now. They have to be. I think I just broke the internet with this. I think I just broke the internet. Wow. Alright. Well, now that is back down to 7. I'm going to go back to watching Frasier. Yo, I've never had this many people watching me, like, ever. I got an audience right now of 1,174 people. This has never happened to me. I wonder if this is fucking crazy. This is bad shit. This is ape shit. Wow. I mean, like, holy fuck. I'm blown the fuck away right now. This is great. Thank you guys. Thank you. Um, uh, check out my other content. Um, might as well tell my story while I got all these people. So, how did I become the Horny Homemaker? Well, I started out, um, back in 2018. My parents threw me out because I'm gay. I was gay. I'm gay. Um, I decided to travel the country looking for affordable housing, and I wrote a bucket list. I traveled and made every moment count, inspire people to follow their hopes and dreams, and do what makes them happy, and not take life so seriously, and be kind to one another. I checked off not one but two bucket lists. I was on the Howard Stern show. I was in the New York Times. Um, and when I started my journey, I was couch surfing. I was going from place to place using Grinder and other hookup sites to meet people to crash on their couch with. Um, I was looking on Craigslist for some entertainment gig, and there was a thing saying, "Do you have a unique story? We'd love to hear it." Blah blah blah. I wanted to tell them how I was traveling the country, checking off a bucket list, and this person was so intrigued that he called me the next day instead of me calling him, and he told me to get send him some pictures. He created a profile. This was a podcast called The Joe Cazzo Show, and I became a regular, called in regularly to update him on my travels and all, and he gave me the title, The Gay Nomad. He was an asshole to me. Towards the end, I started like seeing that he was an asshole. So I took that title that he gave me, slapped it on as my YouTube channel, and continued to travel um until I came to St. Louis for a convention called Trans World Halloween Expo. And I'll show you my animatronic collection too in a moment after I tell the story. So I saw that St. Louis has a lot of assistance and helping for the homeless, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get an apartment here. Why not? So I went into this program called Tiny Homes Transitional Housing, and went through all the motions and everything, and got assistance. I got health insurance and everything, and got my own apartment. And then when I moved in here, I changed the whole dynamic of my channel and reinvented it to be a more domesticated type deal, all while retaining the same zest and flair that the gay nomad had. And I was thinking, now that I'm domesticated and having my own apartment, what do I call myself? Then I remembered Desperate Housewives. There was a quote from Gabby yelling at Tom, talking about Patty Rizzo, and telling him, "I introduced you to the Horny Homemaker." I remembered that quote, and bam, that's it. That was my title. So I can thank Eva Longoria as Gabrielle Solis for that, and Desperate Housewives for creating that name for me. I am the human embodiment of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. If you're not in the, this is advice I'm going to give all of you. If you're not in the best situation right now, make the best of the situation you're in. That's what I learned along the way. Make every moment count. And it's almost 6 o'clock. I've been going on all night. It's 5:57. But if I have this many people, man, I'm going to sit here and tell my story right until I reach 2 hours. Oh, might as well tell everybody how I accidentally ran the LA Marathon, too. I mean, that's noteworthy. So when I was back home, before I became the gay nomad, before the gay nomad, before the horny homemaker, before any of that, I was living with my parents, and I saw this ad on Craigslist in the Men Seeking Men personal section said free trip to Los Angeles. This guy was moving to Hawaii, and I decided to respond, and we hit it off. We had a good time. He just needed somebody to help him load all of his things that was in his house into one of those great big moving pods that you see. So I didn't want to tell my parents about this until right up at the end. I didn't tell anybody about this, actually. I kept this all hush hush. But the night that we were going, I was leaving my bedroom, popped in my parents' room and said, "Bye, Mom, bye, Dad, I'm going to Los Angeles." They're like, "What do you mean you're going to Los Angeles? You ain't going." I said, "Yes, I am. There's a guy in a hotel right now waiting for me. He's moving to Los Angeles, and I've been secretly helping him pack his things in a moving crate." "Oh, he ain't taking you. Don't believe that. Don't." I said, "I will give him the benefit of the doubt, and I will go there and see what's what." Well, I texted him and called him the next day. I'm miles away right now. So then I finally got to my destination, Los Angeles, and my father put me up in a hostel, which is a very cheap hotel. That you can stay at for a month for the same price you can stay at a hotel for a week. Hi, Disco Diva. And then I wanted to go sightseeing. I heard of this place that has matcha. I never tried matcha before. The Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf on Hollywood Boulevard. So I wanted to go sightseeing, and I noticed that the sidewalks were so packed you couldn't even breathe without bumping into somebody. And there were barricades at the end of them, and the streets were completely bare. No pedestrians, no traffic, no cars, no nothing. So I went to the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, got my matcha, had a film like this with the Golden Girls getting ready to play it, looking for a spot to sit down and enjoy my cup of matcha while I watched the Golden Girls. And I couldn't find any place to stand, let alone sit down. And I noticed there was a little break in the barricade, so I inchwormed my way through and went walking in the streets. I turned the corner and there was over 1,000 people. They all start running up. Oh, that's awesome. They all start running up on all sides of me and behind me, and I threw my matcha up in the air, shoved my phone in my pocket, and ran like hell. After about an hour and a half of running, I turned to my side. There was a guy running next to me. I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, where are we running to?" He's like, "This is the LA Marathon." I'm like, "Oh, shit." So I accidentally ran the LA Marathon. Now 1,000 people have heard that story. That's amazing. You know what? Fuck me leaving at 6 o'clock because I'm going to go for 2 hours if I still have all these people watching. Oh, thank you. I'm just like, I have the same kind of predicament things as If you ever seen the show I Love Lucy, I'm basically her gay reincarnation or something. I don't know, because I get into a lot of predicaments. Might as well go with the story of how I spent the night in the piano. That's a doozy. So one day I was working at AMF Bowling Alley as a lane server, and my mother was driving me to work, and I was getting into an argument with her. She's a bitch, by the way. Um, well, that song that I was singing, that dancing to, Sophie in My Arms. That's my life story. I'll play it again. Um, but I didn't want to go home right away after my shift was over. There was a shopping center across the street from the bowling alley with the Chuck E. Cheese. And me being an animatronic fanatic, like I'm addicted to animatronics. Addicted. And by addicted, I mean that if I know I can buy an animatronic with the money that I could be paying my electric bill with, and I don't have enough for both, I'm going to have my power shut off, or risk having my power shut off. There have been months when I was living here and haven't paid my electric bill because I wanted to buy another animatronic, which makes me an addict. I am addicted to animatronics. All right, do I have a question? You asked for this. Well, I have quite the collection, all right. I'll turn the lights on so you can see. I have Buck the Animated Deer, Jack Frost, Ebenezer Scrooge, Maleficent, Buddy the Elf, a Butler, Adam Maitland, Rabbit, Beetlejuice, Barbara, Monty the Monkey, another Ghostface, Leatherface. That's an animatronic of myself that I made from an Uncle Sam animatronic. There's the Bride of Frankenstein. I have a Ringmaster, Corpse Bride and Groom, Zombie Barber, Nibbles the Clown. And in my kitchen, yes, I have a Santa chilling in the hallway in his own little thing. And then in my kitchen, I have Chucky and Tiffany looking like they had a little too much to drink. But back to that piano story. So, oh, thank you. I'm just me. But, so I went to Chuck E. Cheese to spend more time away from my parents and their house, and just wanted to stay there and hang out and have a good time looking at the animatronics. Well, I had some tokens because I was playing some games too. And, I wound up dropping one of my tokens on the stage when I was looking at the animatronics, and there's a guy, a character, Mr. Munch, who plays a piano, keyboard, whatever. Thank you, Disco Diva. You're amazing too. And I went to grab the token, and it went further into underneath this piano. So I crawled under there and got stuck. Naturally, I was too embarrassed to ask for help or assistance getting out of there. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to wait till this place closes and everybody's gone and I'll walk out. Well, I waited. The place closed. Everyone was gone. And then I thought, oh shit, there's security cameras. I'm going to go to jail. So I figured, alright, the next option is just to stay here and wait until this place opens up tomorrow. And there's a lot of people around here, and I wouldn't be missed or noticed crawling out of the thing. So that was what I did, and I called my boss because I was scheduled to work that afternoon. And I called my boss and told her, I said, hey, I'm across the street. And I called her like at 9 o'clock when this place opened. And I said to her, I'm across the street. I know I'm scheduled to come in at noon, but I'm not going to make it on time. I'm going to be late, and I don't know when I'm going to be coming in. She's like, if you're across the street, how are you going to be late? I said, I spent the night in the piano. She's like, what do you mean you spent the night in the piano? There's no pianos across the street. I said, come to Chuck E. Cheese and check it out then. Well, she did, and she saw me. I'm like, go away, go away. I don't want to get attention. So, yeah, that's a new one. You ever want to get out of work and have an original excuse? Shit, tell them you're stuck in the piano. It's so unbelievable that and ridiculous that it's believable. And it happened. It really did. And then, another time, like I said, that shit is like a natural, like, I go through some incredible shit. I was kickboxed by a chimpanzee once. True story. I was, at my my cousin Kim has a son named, Bryce. And he was having a zoo-themed birthday party with animals and everything. And there was a chimpanzee. And this chimpanzee was going on timeout because he was kind of cranky. So the zoo handler had everybody move out of the way, and I'm trying to get out of the way. I'm in the aisle, and I can't get out of the way. And he's walking this chimpanzee, and he just jumped up and kickboxed me. They're strong little motherfuckers, they are. I'm telling you, they're strong little bastards. Oh, vacation. I'm as close to a Griswold as you'll ever get to. So, when I was in Bermuda on vacation, a little family vacation, we decided we wanted to go to a bird sanctuary where they had endangered species of birds. So we went there, and there was this endangered bird that came swooping at me, got it, and started hanging from my arm with its beak. They had a handler come over, and I was screaming. I was trying to get somebody to get this thing off me. One of the workers there, she came over, and this bitch was too busy laughing hysterically to help me. She had to get back up, and they started laughing. It was like a whole bunch of people just sitting there laughing. It took about an hour to remove this bird. So we decided to leave there and end that real quick and go to a butterfly sanctuary. We thought, oh, nothing can happen to me at a butterfly sanctuary. God damn it, why the fuck did I wear tie-dye that day? We had reservations at a restaurant that we had to cancel. We had to call and cancel. I had over 1,000 butterflies all over me. It was like I was wearing a coat made of butterflies because I was wearing tie-dye. And it took them 3 hours to shake all these butterflies off of me. Naturally, we missed our dinner reservations. Yeah. I've lived an insane life. I can honestly say there's nothing normal about my life. That's why I love to sit here and eat and watch TV. I I can honestly tell you, and this is wild. Well, you may think it's wild. For me, it's an absolute. It's totally normal. I have zero idea. I'm totally clueless as to what it feels like to be bored. I do not know the meaning of boredom. I don't know the feeling of boredom. I would like to experience it just once. I mean, I can honestly sit here and tell you, I don't know what it feels like to be bored. I've never been bored in my life because of the shit that I just described, man. That's my life. That's shit like that happens all the time. What's boredom? It's, I mean, it's one thing or another. Some other stories I could say. Let me think about that. Oh, here's one for you. I spent 6 hours underneath a witch once. So when I was back living in Maryland, I was still in high school, and I was I am creative. I mean, all this decorating and everything, I did all myself. Um, but what when I get a new animatronic, I like to make room for it before I bring it home. So I was doing that because I was getting one delivered that day, and I love to eat too. So I had made myself a sandwich. Thank you. I made myself a sandwich, and I was tracking my delivery, and I went to my room to clean up a space, and I had this animatronic witch, and her base. They used to have round bases. She fell on me, and her base was wedged between the futon and the floor, so I couldn't lift her up. My mother comes home from work and sees my delivery sitting on the outside, and she was worried as fuck because when I get an animatronic, man, I bring it in and set it up. It is like Christmas time for me. I am like a kid at Christmas time with them. So she's running through the house. Chase, where are you? I'm in my bedroom. No, you're not. I was just there. I just looked. Believe me, Mom, I'm in my bedroom. No, you're not. Where are you? What are you doing that you're not supposed to, that I can't find you? I said, I'm not doing anything. I'd like to be doing something other than what I've been doing for the past 6 hours. Well, what have you been doing for 6 hours? I said, come in the fucking bedroom and look behind the futon and find out. And here I am, face to face with an animatronic witch. She's like, oh my God, that's why your sandwich hasn't been inhaled and why that box isn't in here ripped up somewhere. I gotta get a camera. I said, no, you don't. You're gonna get me out of here now. Well, no, they all have their own names. The Uncle Sam I named Uncle Homemaker, so because I modeled him after myself because it's the first humanoid animatronic, the first animatronic that doesn't look like anything but a human. And I do unboxing videos. I do videos with me unboxing and setting them up. And you might be getting an unboxing video today later on. Because I've got to go to the gas station to check my balance. Then I have to go to Walmart to buy some cleaning supplies and such. And when I get done there, I have to come back here and drop them off and then go to the post office to get my cashier's check to pay my rent. After that's all said and done, I'm going to go back to where the Walmart is and go to Home Depot and see if they have their Halloween stuff out. And if they do, I'm going to buy an animatronic and bring it home. I think I have 24 animatronics. You know what? Let's count them. Because I lost track. I don't know how many I have. Last time I checked, it was 24. So, 1, 2, 3, Chucky and Tiffany. Santa Claus. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And that little bunny on the table makes 24. Pardon me, I got 24 animatronics. So, yeah, I'm going to keep this live stream going for another 4 minutes. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, because you never know what the fuck you're going to get into, because I don't either. We never know. I mean, this channel is meant to, I like to make people, happy, bring joy, with my dancing and my unboxing videos. I also like to give life hacks and give advice and basic guides to life itself. We're all supportive people here. We support each other. We build each other up, and it's a community. This isn't just a channel. This is a community where you guys will be in a non-judgment zone. We don't judge. We don't pick each other apart. We are all positive, build each other up, supportive people here. And at some point I'm going to be doing Golden Girls trivia. Oh, thank you. I try. You gotta be nice. You never know what somebody's going through in life. Somebody could be going through some serious shit, and you meet them on the street. You never know what they're going through. So always be kind and don't judge, and hold yourself accountable if you do something messed up. And if somebody does something messed up to you and they don't hold themselves accountable, you hold them accountable. That's I have many talents. I have many hats. I'm going to be doing something on Rumble if I can get the makeup for it. I'm going to be doing Golden Girls trivia once a week on Rumble, where I dress up and play Blanche Devereaux, and I will be singing songs that are copywritten. And YouTube has a problem with it, but Rumble doesn't. So I'm going to be doing like a little show and such. But I'm going to be ending this live stream in about 4 minutes. So please subscribe, and I'm trying to get myself into the entertainment industry too. I want to be a singer, dancer, playwright. I'm a writer too, so I've written jukebox musicals. I want to put my hand in a lot of areas of the entertainment industry. I want to sing, dance, act, do stand-up comedy. I've already done stand-up. Thank you. I'm hoping that with all those people watching, I'm hoping that somebody discovered me. I have a feeling that with all those views, somebody probably did discover me. I don't know. Might be getting somebody reaching out to me, signing a contract. I wouldn't be surprised with all those views. Hell, and I was dancing and showing off. Man, there's got to be something out there for me in that world. And with all those people that watched it, man, I guarantee you something's gonna go down from this live stream. I've never had that many people watching me ever. Not on a video at once. Unless you count the time I went to the ball drop, I had like a video that had like 20,000 views overnight. That was because I was recording Alanis Morissette singing You Ought to Know. I would do anything to get myself into the the film industry, and become an actor on TV. I would do anything. Man, that would be my ideal thing. I wanna I wanna be in sitcoms and maybe even write sitcoms, and I don't know. But there's a whole world out there in the entertainment industry, and I want to explore every bit of it, except for Pornhub. I won't do the adult entertainment. Nuh-uh. I get plenty of that action when I'm here, and I like to keep that behind closed doors. Hmm. But yeah, I'm. I've got 1 minute left, and you live in Los Angeles. Maybe you can. If you know anybody, please let them know. And I have an email address, thehornyhomemaker@gmail.com. If anybody wants to contact me and has noticed that I have potential for your movies or shows, and since I had that many people watching me, I wouldn't put it past myself. That live stream that had all those views just might get me fame. Thank you so much, Disco Diva. By the way, I love your name, Disco Diva. That's amazing. I love that. I love disco music. I love dancing. Yes, I need monetization. Let me show you how many watch hours I have. And I'm an ABBA-holic, by the way. I can't get enough of ABBA. So that's my, uh, I have 1,927 watch hours. You know what would be, like, considering, me being, when I was on the Howard Stern show, that kind of landed right in my lap. And considering that, I would not, uh, think it to be impossible for me to write one of the Mamma Mia. I wouldn't think it impossible. The third one's already written, but I would definitely not put it past myself to be the one to write Mamma Mia 4. And being so creative and all that, that would be amazing to be the one to write Mamma Mia 4. After I find out what's happening in Mamma Mia 3. Oh my god, the views are going back up. What the hell? That's crazy. Well, once I see Mamma Mia 3, I'm going to figure out who I got to get in touch with and do Mamma Mia 4. Because I want to have a character in Mamma Mia 4 and be on there. I want to bring in a long lost brother. I want to make it so that Sophie has a brother in Mamma Mia 4. So for Mamma Mia 3, I already kind of wrote it out in my mind and talked with ChatGPT about it. But they already wrote it, so I'm gonna have to edit my Mamma Mia 3 to make it their Mamma Mia 4. But in Mamma Mia 3, my Mamma Mia 3, Sky is in New York, and Sophie is at the island in Calicari. Um, I this character, this flamboyant gay traveler, is in New York seeing a play, and Sky's running a hotel, a really fancy hotel, and this character is still really hyped up about going to see a musical, and he starts talking to the Sky, and Sky is talking to him, and somehow or another they find out that he is Sophie's brother, and he convinces Sky to quit his job and go back home to Sophie, his wife or girlfriend. I don't know if they ever got married. Um, but then when they go home, when they're it'll cut away. It'll cut from them being with Sky telling his boss off and going to the airport to right to the island where Sophie is. And at that time, Donna Sheridan will come back to the island, saying she faked her death because she didn't want to deal with the financial issues and the whole hotel crumbling around her. She wanted to escape for a while because she didn't want anyone to see her as a failure. But now that Sophie's got the hotel up and running, she comes clean. And um, Tanya's there, Rosie. So uh, everybody's back at the island. Sophie's possible dads, and then my character goes and is introduced to his long lost family. Sophie is freaking out because she has a brother, and what's making her really flipped out is the brother wants to know who the father is, and he finds out somehow or another that Sophie and her brother have the same father, so she's freaking out, thinking that everything's going to change because of the paternity test that he wants to take. Um, um, then at the like they finally find out who Sophie's father is because of this brother. Um, then they Sam, Bill, and Harry are all flipping out because they're all thinking that two of them are going to be excluded and treated totally different from how they were, and my character being the welcome, open, loving, warm, embracing character that acceptance, non-judgmental, tells them that everything's going to be the same. I'll make sure of it. I will see to it personally that nothing changes between in your relationships and with Sophie, and you're still as important as you are today, no matter what this paternity test says. Then Ruby, Sophie's grandmother, will come up and snatch the hand and snatch the paternity test and rip it up, and then go into a huge dance number, and um, then the credits will roll, and then you'll see wind blowing this paternity test, and you'll see the father's name after the credits. And I think that would be the perfect idea for Mamma Mia 4. I mean, it has all and there's going to be and at some point, my character and Tanya are going to become really, really good friends and go to um, look for men and hang out. And her and I will be doing a duet singing Does Your Mother Know? Which is her song from the original. And we'll be at a bar and guys will be hitting on us and we'll go into that song together. And then when Donna comes clean about the financial issues, my character is going to talk about how I've had financial issues of my own and goes go writing the song "Money, Money, Money," and Donna and I are gonna sing that together. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas for a lot of shows. And then if you're familiar with the hit CBS show Ghosts, if that show if you're familiar with the CBS TV show Ghosts, I would love to write myself in as a character too, the gay nomad, because those ghosts each have their own ghost power. Hetty's visible to everybody on St. Patrick's Day. Trevor can move things with his hand. Um, Thorfinn uh, can mess with the electricity. Alberta can be heard humming. Um, Flower can get you high if you walk through her. But I want my character, this character, the gay nomad, to come in there into the Woodstone mansion, be looking around, recording, thinking it's abandoned, and doing some urban exploring, and then Sam is wondering why there's somebody there, and she starts walking down the hallway, and my character is walking up the stairs and gets spooked and trips and falls and passes away and becomes a ghost and is stuck on the property. Now, being a YouTuber, my ghost power would be that I am able to operate recording equipment and make things record and be heard and seen on recording equipment, which which Trevor and my character will go together, and I would be the online spokesperson for the ghosts, and Trevor would create a YouTube channel for me by being able to press things. So I'd be doing a YouTube channel that would just take off, and it would be like it would break every barrier and boundary known to television itself with the ghost and paranormal things, and that would be like an ultimate addition to the TV show Ghosts. By the way, if anybody knows anybody is in cahoots with CBS, please pitch that idea to them and have them email me at thehornyhomemaker@gmail.com. And the same goes with Mamma Mia 4. Please let them know that I have some ideas. Since I have 1,300 people watching, goddamn. But yeah, um, I do need to run my errands and pay my rent and do some personal things around here, like going to pick up some cleaning supplies and such. So I am going to leave you guys, even though I've never had this many people before, but I also do need to pay my rent because otherwise I'm not going to be having this beautiful home. So you know what? Since I have all these people watching, I will be back tonight at 9 p.m. It's St. Louis. It is now Central Time too. It is 6:35 St. Louis time. So I will be back live tonight at 9. Please join me. And I hope I can get this 1,000 people again. This is crazy. I've never had this before. But yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you, and like I said, if anybody out there wants to want me to sign a contract with them for TV, I am totally game. I'll do anything, whatever it takes to get on into the entertainment business and film industry. I'd love to be on stage or in sitcoms. Totally, it's something I'm very passionate about. That being said, I will see you guys at 9 p.m. tonight. Love you guys. And do something amazing for yourself today. You deserve it.